Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Uh, I don't know, I don't know, it got messed up. So sorry if you guys have been watching. I have been talking this whole time. I'll I'll start over again really quick. Two different types of cases, civil and criminal. Okay. In a criminal case, we're finding out whether or not you broke the law. So you're accused of breaking the law. There's two different types of crimes: misdemeanor and felony. Misdemeanor is the not so serious. Felony is the serious. Um, this is actually the steps for a felony case right here, not a misdemeanor. So um, misdemeanor, you would generally just show up like for a speeding ticket. You're not going to go through all this stuff. You don't have to worry about bail or anything like that. Because remember, misdemeanors are not so serious crimes. Um, so we have our criminal cases. The first step is you're arrested with probable cause. Probable cause is what leads to a warrant. Probable cause just means that, maybe the cop pulls you over for speeding as they're walking up to your car. They see your beer cans in the back. So now they suspect you of DUI. They do a test, and they can prove that you've been drinking now while driving. So now they have probable cause to arrest you for drinking while driving. And this is actually out of order. This is actually step 2 right here. So we're going to skip. This is to step 2. The case proceeds to an arraignment where probable cause is reviewed. Um, and so let's go down. So arraignment has a bunch of things. Probable cause review. This is basically like the facts of the case. What happened? Why are you here? It's not saying you're guilty. It's not saying you're innocent. They're just kind of going over, here's why the cop arrested you. Here's what their the facts on the report say. Okay, that's it. That's just a general overview of the case, essentially. They're going to see if you have a lawyer or an attorney. If you don't have one at that point, they're going to say, all right, we're going to give you an attorney. And after that, they're going to enter your plea. That's where you say guilty or not guilty. So if it's not guilty, we're going to go to trial. If it's guilty, then we're going to go skip over the trial and go to the sentencing. And court date kind of goes with this one. I know it's in a separate bullet here, but the court date, it pretty much goes right here. They set a court date trial. And the reason it goes here more so better, because like I said, this is a little older, is because now we go to our third step where you either are going to sit in jail or get out on bail. So this trial date might be a month, 2 months, 6 months, however long, depends how busy the courts are. And you get two choices. You can either sit in jail until your trial, or you can be released on bail. And bail is kind of like a monetary promise note where, you say, I'm going to show up to court. I'm going to show up to all the trial. I'll be there every time. And you give the courts money essentially to be on your own recognizance, meaning to be out, to go to work, to be with your family until the trials end. Where if you're found guilty, obviously they're going to take you back into custody, or if you're found not guilty, you're free. And that's basically your way of saying like, I will be there. The trial's the trial. This is where like you call your witnesses, the prosecution calls their witnesses, and you try to prove your innocence while they're trying to prove that you're guilty. At the end of the trial, we have the verdict, which is the decision whether you're guilty or not from the courts. And if you don't like the decision, you can appeal it. Then we have civil case, which is a little bit simpler. In a civil case, there's basically a disagreement, argument between two people. It says parties because you could also be suing like a store. You could be suing a business, whatever have you. So that's why it says two parties instead of two people. And you're trying to recover damages or compensation. Essentially, you're trying to get compensation, fancy way of saying money. You're trying to get money for whatever injury you are claiming that you sustained, emotionally, physically, to your property, whatever it may be. So it's pretty simple for a civil case. The plaintiff, the person suing, files a complaint. So I'm never going to say, or it's never going to say academically, the plaintiff sues them. It's going to be filing a complaint. This is why I am suing you, essentially. But it's not going to say that. It's going to say file a complaint because this is what I am arguing that you or the party did that caused me harm. And you're going to state what kind of money or compensation you want in return. It can be heard by a judge or jury. The judge or jury, so the plaintiff will give that. The defendant can give their response. The judge, or if it goes to a jury trial, will give their ruling and decide, okay, this is what we're going to do. And after the ruling is just another way of saying decision in a non-criminal case. So verdict is for criminal, ruling is going to be for civil. They use they use ruling as well in criminal cases. It's kind of one of those interchangeables they use it for legal terms. And if you don't like again the decision, you can appeal it. That's really all there is to this one. Um, Pretty cut and dry. You really just got to know the steps. You got to remember there's two different types of criminal cases, and remember what goes in each step. Um, so the next thing is gonna have you do a little Quizlet test. All right. So go ahead and let me zoom in. Let's do the top three first. So answer the top three. Let's see how you guys do. I was muted again this whole time, wasn't I? If you didn't hear me, I want you guys trying to figure out these answers, these three. I don't know if I have myself muted or not. It's blurry. I mean, on my screen, I got it pretty clear. It's about as big as I can make it. Hopefully that helps with the blurriness. All right, so Sebastian, pretty good. So one is yes. Can civil cases be appealed? So we would just type yes right here. What is a criminal case? Now, Sebastian, you say a case to prove if defendant is or plaintiff is guilty or not. Those are two different people. There wouldn't be a plaintiff; it would be a prosecutor for a criminal case. But it's more or less what is a criminal case. We're seeing, we're determining. I should use that word. If the accused broke the law, that's what we're looking for. So we're figuring out, did this person who we're accusing them, did they break the law? When is the plea entered? Just got to know the step, guys. And it's arraignment. All right. Let's move on over. Zoom up one little bit here. So 2 is all one thing, just so we're clear. The top part says, I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit more, sorry. Sorry if you can't see Veronica. Yeah. It's gonna not let me. So for bail, person accused, like the steps of a criminal trial. Oh, well, I just kind of gave you the answer. And probable cause. Which one goes with which? Oops. So which one's going to be bail, A, B, or C? There you go, Sebastian. Look at Sebastian go. So B, A, C. Okay. Multiple choice. Civil cases can be heard by which one? And number 2. Well, let me zoom in here for number 1. So you can just type in A, B, or C, or D. I'll just do it with that. By judge or jury. Very good. Abdul. Very good. So used to Sebastian doing it. Good job, Abdul. And number 2, in a civil case, the blank files a complaint. Who's it gonna be, Abdul or Sebastian? Abdul. Quicker fingers. Plaintiff. All right, true or false? At the blank, the defendant may be appointed an attorney and a plea is entered. Arraignment. So it's asking at the arraignment, is that where they're appointed an attorney? True or false? Ooh, just defending. First person in. Is that Justin? And then in a civil case, court settles disagreement. Is it? In a civil case, court settles as to disagreements between two parties to recover damages or receive compensation. True or false? I thought it was Justin. Sebastian with the quicker fingers. Look at that. All right, so good job. All right. And the last thing I wanted to do was some quick little review questions. All right. So, what are the 2 types of court cases? There is no C here. Oh, you're saying you're Justin C. Gotcha. Civil and criminal. Very good. Civil and criminal. Criminal case terms, if someone has broken what? Should be an easy one. Should be an easy test for you guys tomorrow, I'm hoping. Oh, look at Jennifer beating all the boys. She was buying her time. The law. I saw the law and the law won. A civil case settles a blank between 2 parties, usually over money. Uh-oh, Jennifer's not letting the boys play. Look at her go. Disagreement, correct. If the police have probable cause, then they can blank a person accused of a crime. Uh-oh. Justin beats Jennifer that time. Arrest. Very good. Arrest. The accused then can be put in jail or released on Bail is correct. Justin was first again. The accused enters a blank during their arraignment. What do they say? Sebastian coming through. The accused enters a plea during the arraignment. That one made y'all think, it looks like. Following the arraignment, a court date is set and a blank is conducted. The simplest step. Well, trail is not an answer, but trial is correct. We will conduct the trial. Conduct's just a big fancy way. Wow, you guys all can't spell. Conduct is just a big fancy way of saying we're going to have something. So they're going to have a trial. Have a trial. At the end of the trial, the blank is given by the judge or jury. If you are found guilty, you can blank. Oh, Sebastian, back on top. Verdict. So the verdict is given by the judge or jury, and then you can appeal it if you are not happy with the decision. The plaintiff in a civil case is seeking to recover blank or receive blank. Hey, look at Justin coming in clutch. They're looking to recover damages or receive compensation. Judges have more latitude or options when handling blank cases. When handling blank cases. Juvenile. Good job. Good job. Good job. Now, what's latitude mean? Tell me, I want to make sure you understand this word. They have more what when dealing with juvenile? What is latitude? Very good, Justin. So latitude is a big fancy way of saying flexibility or discretion. But the point is they're going to have a little bit more leeway instead of having to follow like, well, he committed this crime. He must go to jail for a minimum of 5 years. If you're an adult, yeah. But since you're a kid, you're a juvenile, you get a little bit more treated with kid gloves, and they're like, all right, you made a dumb mistake. We're going to send you to, community service 200 hours instead of jail. Juveniles who commit serious crimes can be tried as what? Last question, by the way. Adults is correct. So this would be like if a juvenile committed murder or something, that doesn't mean they're going to get treated with kid gloves. They could still be treated as an adult. All right, so the test will be really simple tomorrow. We'll finish our little judicial briefs for my non-Core 2 people, and if you're in my Core 2, you can do some last-minute questioning of witnesses and start writing if you're a lawyer, you can start writing your opening statement for Friday, where we're going to do the trial. You guys got any questions for me? You're gonna pass the test, Abdul. That's fake worrying. Um, I think it's like a 10. It's a regular test, like a 10 or 11 question test. Like it's not gonna be a lot. I mean, you know, what I mean, it'll be the normal amount. You know what I'm saying? It won't be as much as that one test where it's like 18. Any other questions? All right, guys. Well, I successfully got off without having to show my face on stream. It's always a good night for me. So, you guys have a good one, and good luck on the test.